Hi guys, now in this episode we're going to talk about profit maximization. So if you remember, we said profit is simple, it's revenue minus cost, all right? So let's denote revenue by R and the cost by C. So if you want to maximize profit, well, by choosing what? Well, sometimes you choose price, sometimes you choose quantity, depending on the market environment. But normally, let's suppose this firm is any firm, so whether it's perfectly competitive market or monopoly. So you maximize profit by choosing output Q. How much output should I produce to maximize my profit? So if this is the case, so profit, by the way, we write it usually as pi. So pi is equal to R minus C. So how do we maximize a function? Well, simple. You basically take the derivative. It doesn't have to be partial, but with respect to quantity, set it equal to 0 and solve for Q. All right? So if you do that, when you take the derivative of this profit function, you actually get del R del Q minus del C del Q equals 0. Well, obviously I can't know what this or this equal unless I know the revenue and the cost. But what I know is that, well, we call this marginal revenue. All right, so the marginal revenue minus marginal cost, remember, equals 0. So that means marginal revenue must be equal to marginal cost. So the very important lesson that you should remember for the rest of this course is the following. Whether this is a perfectly competitive firm or a monopolist or oligopolist, which we will later talk about, if a firm wants to maximize its profit by choosing its quantity, well, it has to choose its quantity where its marginal revenue equals marginal cost. All right, so that's always true. So any firm that wants to maximize its profit by choosing quantity has to choose its quantity where its marginal revenue equals marginal cost. Okay, well, one thing that you can be sure about, if firm is a price taker, all right, meaning the firm is operating in a perfectly competitive market, well, then revenue is equal to price times quantity, right? So the price is some fixed number, quantity is a choice variable. So therefore, the revenue is a function of quantity, which is P times Q, right? Like P is equal to $2, for example, and so it's 2Q. Well, then marginal revenue in this case is simply Q. Simply P. Agree? So therefore, if you again use this idea, what is the profit maximizing output? Well, it is the output level where price equals marginal cost. You probably remember this from intermediate micro or even principles, that in a perfectly competitive market where each firm is a price taker, the firm is going to choose its quantity level such that the market price is equal to the marginal cost of producing this, it's the marginal cost of the firm. All right? But again, this is coming from MR equals MC, because if the firm is a price taker, then MR is nothing but P, and hence, because profit maximizing firm should satisfy this, P is equal to MC. All right? Well, if you do not want to talk about profit as a function of quantity, but as a function of inputs, all right, how can I sort of maximize the profit? Or remember, in our earlier discussions, we said there are two ways of maximizing profit. One way is to minimize cost, find the optimal cost function, and then maximize profit by choosing quantity. The second way is a direct approach. I write profit. I am writing this profit where the firm is a price taker. So it's P times Q minus cost, but it's equal to P times, remember Q is nothing but the production function, f of KL, minus cost is RK plus WL. RK minus WL. All right? So therefore, profit maximization problem is basically the following. Maximize by choosing K and L, this term, P times f of KL minus RK minus WL. Is it subject to anything? No, not really, because this time the production function is already incorporated into my profit function. So you can just solve this, where this is a function that has two variables. And so this is a maximization problem with two parameters. Well, how can I do that? Well, simple. You either write the Lagrangian, where it's equal to, so Lagrangian KL and the lambda. So it's going to be the objective function, which is P f of KL minus RK minus WL plus lambda. Oops, there's no constraint, right? So that's it. Right, so there's no constraint, and so there's no lambda term. So it's the first order conditions, del L, del K equals 0, del L, del L equals 0. So here, what do I have? I have P times del F, del K minus R equals 0. Here, the second one implies P times del F, del L minus W equals 0. So if you simplify those, what you're going to get is the following. P equals R divided by del F, del K. And here what I have, P equals R, W, I'm sorry, divided by del F, del L. All right. So if you want, you can, set them equal. But the thing is, what you want to get R and, you want to get K and L. So probably you have to solve these two equalities to find the values of K and L. All right? You can solve two equalities to find these two unknowns. These are the choice variables, and hence these are the unknowns that I would like to find. And so if you do this exercise, what you basically get is profit maximization, and it's a direct approach because we sort of ignore the step where we minimize the cost. And so we directly find the optimal input levels to find the maximum profit. Well, once you find the input levels, meaning once you choose, once you find K and L as the solution of these two inequalities, while you plug them back here, you're going to get the profit function. So one thing is that if you solve the profit maximization problem this way, the total profit you're going to find is going to be exactly the same as the total profit if you first find the optimal cost function and then find the optimal profit maximizing quantity and then calculate the profit. So these two profits must be the same. If not, that means you're doing something wrong. Okay?